Revenge films.
My name is Emma, just a normal housewife. I live with my husband and my child, and I would say we lead a simple yet happy life. My child is in elementary school now, and I'm suddenly busy with all the school events and my job. I have a couple of mom friends now, and things were going well. Except for this one person in the group.
Oh, Emma, I heard your little group is going out for some tea next week.
It's this lady here, Miss Banks. She's infamous for showing up to group lunches or dinners and never paying for what she ate. She would always say she forgot her wallet or doesn't have enough money on her and makes the other mom friends pay for her. On top of that, Miss Banks, she eats like a queen. Because of her, we were troubled with these extra expenses we didn't plan for. I wasn't the only one who was troubled by her. The rest of the mom friends in our group was baffled by her actions. Even just the other day, I don't know where she got this news from, but a family crashed into my family's barbecue outing. They ate a bunch like it was their own barbecue gathering and left without cleaning up. Where did you hear this?
I heard your group talking the other day just by accident. You're going to that famous steak place, right? I'll be joining all of you.
What? I had no idea where she heard all this from. I mean, we had planned this very secretly because we didn't want to invite her in the first place. By this point, I was getting really tired and annoyed at her, so I decided to be honest with her this time. I'm really sorry to say this, but could you refrain from joining our dinners this time?
Oh, why?
We've already told the restaurant how many people will be showing up.
Oh, it's fine. We can call them and let them know it's just one person.
No, that's not the case. She kept trying to convince me that it's okay for her to join, so I told her we're honestly troubled by her actions. I told her that we won't go and eat out with someone who never pays for their meals. And also how the attitude to think someone will pay for their stead is very rude. However, she just laughed at me and retorted,
That's not true. I just happen to not have enough money. Or I just happen to not have my wallet on me. It was a coincidence that it just happened to be those times.
Well, that's been the case every time. Does that really happen? Plus, you never pay us back.
Huh? Is that so?
It's true. Everyone's sick and tired already. Plus, you even came barging into my family barbecue and just went off devouring our food.
Oh, that was a pure coincidence,
she said. But would you bring over your hungry child and husband to a campsite purely by accident? I wanted that barbecue to be special time for my family, so I bought some expensive barbecue meat. But over half of them was eaten by Miss Banks and her family. And I know it was on purpose, because she began eating from the most expensive meat and went down the list. I don't know what to call her. Lowly? Impudent? I'm just genuinely surprised that a person can do such a thing with a straight face. And you left without cleaning up or anything.
Well, it was your equipment after all. I thought it would be bad if I touched it without your permission.
Well, you shouldn't show up and devour someone's barbecue meal without permission.
Oh, is that so?
She replied, evading the topic. Doesn't she feel even guilty? I don't want to eat out with this person ever again, so I ended the conversation with a harsher tone. Well, if you'll excuse me then. I said that and left the scene. I was sure things would turn out fine, and then came the day of the dinner. Then, 10 or so minutes before my mom friends and I headed to the restaurant, I received a call from Miss Banks. I had a bad feeling about it, but I firmly told her off the other day, so I thought there wouldn't be any problems. Thinking to myself, I picked up the phone. Hello, what's the matter?
Oh, Emma? Sorry to start without you. We're already eating now, so hurry up and come on over, okay?
What? Miss Banks had arrived at the restaurant before us and started eating. I asked her what was going on.
You only said please refrain. You never said I can't.
No, you just shouldn't do that.
What are you talking about? There's no need for me to refrain by doing anything.
Well, that's not something you choose for yourself. I never thought she would lack this much common sense. I heard other voices from across the line, so I assumed she had brought her family along. How ugly can she get? As many thoughts and questions were buzzing through my mind, Miss Banks hung up the phone. Why does she always do things that bother or bring trouble to people? I was really angry. I couldn't stand it anymore, and I needed to say something to her personally. I explained the situation to the mom friends that were there with me, and we went into the steak restaurant. However, I couldn't see Miss Banks anywhere inside of the restaurant. Huh? She said she arrived before us. As we stayed there confused, I received another call.
Gosh, how long are you to keep us waiting? We're stuffed.
Are you sure you went to the right place? We just arrived.
Huh? You're at the main shop in Brooklyn, right?
What? We're at the shop down in Texas. As I listened to Miss Banks, it seemed like she thought we would be at the restaurant in Brooklyn. Actually, this dinner get-together was a part of a little group vacation. I thought Miss Banks knew about this trip and planned to crash in during our dinner time, but I guess she just overheard half of our conversation. Appreciating this chance, I left Miss Banks on the phone, letting her wail and complain all she wanted to, and happily glanced over at the menu with my friends.
You should have told me! You're the one who invited me in the first place!
I never invited you in the first place. I don't have to tell the details of our trip to people who haven't been invited, right? She continued to ramble on and say incomprehensible things. If I don't show up, she won't be able to pay. Do something! Don't you feel bad for my children? And so on and so forth. She's the one who tried to join us without our permission, and it's on her that she made the mistake of going to the wrong restaurant.
Hey, can't you really come over here?
It's impossible. Think of the distance between us. It's a 4-hour flight. And there's none left for tonight.
No way!
We've already eaten $1,000 worth of food. I don't have money on me. Do something, she wailed out loud. But it's honestly none of our business. Oh, so you really weren't planning to pay? That's karma for you.
No, don't say that. Help me.
Why should I help you? We never invited you in the first place, but you still decided to forcefully join us. And also, make a mistake by showing up to the wrong venue. It's obvious that I had done nothing wrong. I mean, she made us pay for her all the time, so I can't bring up a better word than karma. I guess you'll just have to use your card, or borrow money from a friend or something. Do what you can. Well, we'll be eating now, then.
Hey, wait, no, wait up!
I didn't let her respond to that, and swiftly hung up the phone. We then proceeded to order the steaks we've been looking forward to this whole time. It was so nice to think we can finally relax and genuinely enjoy our meal. My phone continued to ring throughout the evening, but I ignored them all. In the end, since the calls were so annoying, I just turned my phone off to focus on my dinner. I updated my friends on the situation, and they both said it was karma too. Later on, I returned home from my trip. I was informed of the shocking truth. Miss Banks got arrested for leaving the restaurant without paying. The rumor goes, Miss Banks and her husband tried to tiptoe their way out of the restaurant, leaving their children behind, and got caught by the restaurant staff. My mom friends and I decided to make her pay us back too. We had a lawyer join our negotiations and properly asked Miss Banks to pay back the amount she made us pay for all this time. However, when I told that to her, she fake cried and said,
"Hard to be friends? Why are you doing this to me? You should be helping me out."
With a smile on my face, I replied, "Well, I don't think a person who always forces you to pay isn't a friend. Then, Miss Criminal, if you'll excuse me." As for her child, the Children's Welfare Center came in to help, and it seems he's going to have to live far away from his parents now. I feel bad for the child, seeing his parents get arrested right in front of his eyes, but honestly, I don't think it could be helped this time around. Since then, I never see Miss Banks around anymore, and I'm able to have a peaceful life, because there's no need to worry about paying for someone else. We started eating out at fancier places too. As for the Banks couple, because they had to pay for all the damages done, they attempted to scam the elderly and got arrested. Again. Because this was their first time getting caught, they were put into probation. They got arrested during that period, so I guess they'll end up in jail a little longer now. Miss Banks' older sister is taking care of the child now, and I heard he's doing well. Miss Banks, though, she's been receiving a lot of backlash, and her parents and relatives had cut ties with her, so she's all alone now. She's not doing very well with her husband, too. And I heard they might divorce soon.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.